All right, we got another episode of the old Frosty Dinghy. We brought the old J-Mac back on. How you doing, Chief?
Good. What up, man?
So we're gonna have to start with the elephant in the room, sir. There's an awful big one. I've known you for years, and I did not know that you were this creative. Seriously, where do you come up with this shit every morning?
Just ideas always floating around, bud. That's
Is it you or are you using like Chat GPT?
all the above. It's all my ideas. Just help me put it together a little bit better.
This is what you do when you're driving the truck, huh?
Think a lot. That's about all I got to do.
Well, we read the opening day fair one yesterday on the solo podcast, and uh, at least Grok likes it. It originally told me to, before I read it, it told me not to do that. But apparently, if I read it correctly, Grok enjoys it. So do you post these somewhere, or is it just on the old Facebook?
I just post them on Facebook. Like I only kept going because people actually read this shit. So
Well, didn't it all start with like waking your daughter up every morning?
no, I've done different ones. Like I've posted conversations with my kids on there. It kind of just started on the shit that I see at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, driving to work, going through the east side. Kind of how the timetable started with it.
The east side is full of oddities in the morning. Just normal shit you can't see anywhere else. Like, remember the camper that used to just fucking sit there? Like half the side was missing and somebody's trying to fix it.
But yeah,
Then the house that was padlocked shut because the whole fucking wall was off of it for a while. And they put it back up without any engineer or city permission.
see, you're just talking about dwellings and stuff. And you're not talking. You got to dive into the people you see. As I think at night, throughout, and that early in the morning, that's when East Side is thriving. Man.
I always get the guy on the bicycle riding the wrong way in the wrong lane.
With no shirt on,
Yeah, with no shirt on.
pretty much no, in any time of the year as well.
He's got that little basket he straps on the back every now and then. He's going around just picking up random shit. It's not his. We had the kids that used to, ride circles in the parking lot when I get off work that are mad at me because I'm leaving and make them stop for 20 seconds. I don't know. The day I came to work and the undercover cop was parked next to me and he comes walking up with all decked out in gear and then strips down to business attire, like business casual. I'm like, what the hell did I do? I just work here.
Well, I don't. Did I tell you about? It was about a month ago. The house right across the street. There was U.S. Marshals doing a raid at like 5 o'clock in the morning one morning.
Yeah, that's the same guys that were getting back in their vehicles when I pulled in. They never left that yard all day, by the way. They stayed there. Some form of them.
Well, like I said, there was at least three of them outside, and I don't know how many in the house when I seen them because there was three of them, and I think there was like three people. And they kept looking in and think talking or hollering at somebody, but
I was on Overwatch that morning. I had them covered from the roof. I'm sure they gave me a couple weird looks when they saw me walking around up there, but oh well, shit happens.
that's right.
So your state fair talks. What have you seen of the morning crowds at the fair? I could sit here and read through like all your morning stuff, but what really stands out to you that you've seen in the mornings?
Oh, bad is just the people aimlessly driving the fuck around, not paying attention. I mean, you pull in 100,000 people or whatever it is daily that you got going there on average, and people are clueless on how to drive. It's unbelievable. I've had so many people just blatantly pull out in front of me, come around corners, whatever. That's the worst part. But outside of that, the weather hasn't been super fucking hot like it usually is during fair time, or the rain and then crank up the heat and get that real humidity. We've had humidity, but it's the attire some people should go out in. I don't want to say I understand a little bit better when it's super fucking hot. I still don't, but some people need to be wearing more fabric where they're not enough.
Believe it or not, I brought that up on the podcast that dropped today about people who shouldn't wear the shorty shorts. And I hate to say it, I've seen a hell of a lot more men doing it than the women this year. The women got on the high waisters, and the men are rocking the 90s low cut, show her all off stuff.
Well, was that only for the other day when Salt and Pepper played and In Vogue at TLC?
I don't know, because I saw it on the Des Moines page about the state fair, the one that they do for the Iowa State Fair, Des Moines people or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I've been watching the pictures on there, and I even talked about the one that was walking around like she was a one night stand. You know, she had the lampshade thing with the little dingleberries hanging off of her thing with the sparkly dress. She looked like a lamp.
My wife showed me that picture last night. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about it. Like silver and gray, kind of shiny, sparkly,
Yep.
and like it had, I don't know, what are you, like streamers hanging off of it, like dangly shit.
Yep. Had little. They were different levels of like little balls hanging off, and she had the glasses. The only thing she was missing was her pull chain. She's looking to get on somebody's nightstand, I'm guessing. I don't know.
Maybe it already had a pull chain.
She's running around looking for her table. You never know. See the one guy showing up like a dresser.
Not even Halloween.
So you had an interesting take on the carnival rides there that I read the other day about the people running the carny rides.
The old carnies.
How many times have we seen the same guys at the local county fair setting up about the same equipment, pulling off the Joe Dirt look?
And they haven't slept since spring.
That's all they do is get in a semi and go to the next spot, ain't it?
That's right.
Next thing you know, they'll be dropping off loads of pipe at your back door.
And not new either, freshly pulled out of the building next door.
So is there any of the old Midway rides that you remember from back when you were a avid fairgoer?
I never really did any of those rides at state fair. I've done carnival rides, county fair rides, shit like that. But for the state fair, the one that I do remember, and I specifically go and watch, people still talk about it, was the, I don't know, I can't think of the name. It was the clown that talked shit to you while you tried to throw him and dunk him, throw the baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Can't remember what the hell the clown's name was, but he must have been there for a lot of years before I moved up here and started going to the fair.
I bet you he raked in the money for him too, as much crap as he talked all day. He was grabbing people that weren't even in the Midway and making fun of them and with the microphone and getting them in there.
If you were an eye distance, he could see you walking. You were a target.
I remember the year that I got on the roller coaster that they had there. And before you even go there, before I go even farther in this story, I wasn't the only one on it. But we went to go up the hill and the car stopped. And the guy running the ride had to get up on it and help push it to the top to help the chain and gears. That's why I said, before you even start, I wasn't the only person on it. I may have been the smallest person on it, believe it or not. Because that was back in, I think, 97 when that happened. So I was only like 240 back then, 250 tops. So I could have been the smallest one there.
Bobo was his name.
Bobo? You Googled him, huh?
It bothered me. Because everybody still talks about that fucker.
He's got to be retired by now.
But they don't. Yeah, well, they don't have him there anymore. But the state fair was probably his bread and butter, I'm guessing. And then, as he got older and maybe canceled there, he probably started hitting the county circuits, I'm guessing. Then maybe the VFWs or car washes, whatever.
He was probably the guy they tried recruiting at my old job for the employee fair because they were going to put a dunk tank out there. And for some reason, everybody wanted me to go in it. I never got that. Actually, it was me that wanted to go in there. I'm like, if you want a moneymaker, put me in there. Everybody here hates me.
Be lining up.
Yeah. And all the supervisors that worked with me are like, we're the first ones. You charge us $50, we'll still throw at him.
Right.
Can you take the front fence down? So you ain't got weren't one of the kids that used to like the mirror maze and all that crap that they had out there at one point where you go taking off full sprint and face plant into something?
Well, yeah, or the back when they used to have like silly. It wasn't a silly silo, but it was that kind of thing. Maybe like the gravitron, I think it was called. Fucking thing spins around, and you're up against the thing, and what the leaning up against shoots to the end as it gets going faster. That one was pretty.
The one where the floor dropped out from underneath of you?
Yeah, that was a silly silo. This one was
Yeah.
like gravitron. It just fucking spun around.
Yeah, they finally got rid of that at the old Adventureland. The old silly silo got retired.
They got rid of all the good shit, man. The log ride, silly silo.
I thought the log ride was still there. They just changed the logs to where you can't tip them anymore.
I'm pretty sure they got rid of the whole damn thing.
Huh. No idea.
Do you remember they were auctioning the fucking things off, though?
Did you get one for your go-to room downstairs? Little man cave.
It would have been kind of pain in the ass to get it down here and put it on the wall. It would have been cool shit, though. Maybe for the garage.
Park it next to your car, put wheels on it, enter it in a soapbox derby.
There we go. Oh, shit, we're doing that. We're going to the
Red Bull.
Red Bull. Yep, that's right.
I am in. I will be your weight at the back to get us some speed.
It cost me a little bit of lift.
Yeah, a little bit. We wouldn't have to worry about the bumps too much. Just put a couple wings out.
Don't give it away.
So, how often do you actually go to the fair?
Oh, no. It used to be about once a year. Last year, we really, I shit you not, we walked in one entrance, walked straight through and out the other entrance. It was so goddamn hot, so many people, and it was just miserable. And we haven't gone this year yet. My wife got tickets for her work. If we do end up going with it, it's only like last year, we only really went because my aunt entered a few photographs in contests she placed. This year, she actually got first 2,800 pictures.
Nice.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was good to go.
I ended up at the fair, I believe, last year because they were having the weightlifting competition, and I showed you all those pictures of my cousin in it when he was doing all the lifting and stuff. I have not made it this year. There's no real draw for me at the fair, like more than once every 5 years, because that's usually when things change up a little bit. Otherwise, it's like everything's pretty much the same with a couple new vendors here and there and new food.
Yeah, I really wish I would have looked at the other concert lineups and the artists they were having. I've seen on the pre-stages, I've seen a lot of good acts, like seen Tone Loc there, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Vanilla Ice. The only thing off the top of my head, but there's you're not YouTube, TikToker that I follow. His name's Elijah Scott. Sings a lot of cover songs. He's not good. Didn't realize till the day he was going to be there till the day he was going on, so I didn't have time to get there. Would love to go down.
They do have a lot of good music on the free stages. That's one good thing that they do out there all the time. The one that I hate going to is the one up on the hill.
Oh, because that walk.
No matter which direction you go, you're going uphill. There's no way to come down to it unless you went up a hill to start with. You got to time it up at that, just right for that top entrance. If you can't make a hill, you got to roll down that way. But 3 sides of it are ridiculous. Is there any artists this year that you would be looking forward to go to other than this one? I could have seen you at that one.
Yeah, that one would have been pretty fun. Outside of that, I didn't really see who was going to be there this year. I knew Hardy was there. We went to see him last year in Kansas City. It's on a hell of a show. Great artist. But since I already seen him, I wouldn't have went there. Maybe, and I wouldn't went to see him, but it'd been cool to be able to see Rod Stewart.
They had Alabama up there too. I figured you'd be itching for that one.
Man, I could have swore somewhere at a casino or something. I've already seen it.
I think I saw Alabama in Texas. Actually, that makes no sense, but it was at a rodeo in Texas, in Houston, that I ended up at watching them. Have you seen any of the fair food that's running around this year?
Oh, like, are you talking about like the what is it, caviar and chicken nuggets for $100, $99, whatever?
That one is already a short on TikTok. You are welcome. But there's no way in hell I'm spending $100 on that shit.
No. or like whatever the lobster rolls, tails and stuff there. I mean, on one hand, shit really fresh because obviously they're moving it through a lot of fast. So, they have to bring it in, or has it been frozen for a while, and that's how they're bringing the shit in. I don't fucking know, but to pay that fucking much money for it, yeah. Not
Yeah, if I'm getting $100 lobster or shrimp or anything like that, it's going to be on the Gulf or on an ocean.
crazy.
Where there's a 90% chance it got caught within the last week. But they have like the ultimate, what is it? The ultimate bacon brisket mac and cheese donut this year. Ashley was finally told me to stop teasing her with fair food if I'm not going to take her. She's like, you got to stop sending me this shit. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. She could handle the funnel cakes and the walking tacos and all of that fun stuff, but could not, like the Iowa staple. I brought it up, so we gotta show it. The old walking taco.
You go to a little league game and get one of those.
Yeah, for probably like a quarter of the price.
Oh, yeah, yes.
That's or the corn dogs. The corn dogs, some of them are pretty nice. Like they actually have meat to them and it's a high quality, but you can get a corn dog that tastes like one at the state fair. It's called state fair corn dogs for a reason.
Yeah, foot long.
They have them that long. They really do. This is something that I figured that you would wear to the fair, believe it or not, if you were going. This has you written all over it.
That kid that one, I think he won the mullet contest.
I believe so. The old you would have gave him a run for the money on the mullet, man.
Yeah, yeah. But besides the circus cut of a coat there, I think I got it on something about like that.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it at your redneck days.
Well, that's what I told my barber we're going for is we're going for a winning mullet for the Iowa State Fair next year or the year after. We'll see how fast my hair grows back.
You're getting old. It might not all grow back, buddy. Just saying.
No, actually, since I got burnt and then had my scalp stretched from the back to the front, I won't have the male pattern baldness that runs in my family.
That is fucking cheating.
Anyway, I had to do it the hard way, though.
Yeah, you had to do that shit intentionally. Maybe you started a new trend. We'll just throw that out there. How to fix the male pattern baldness.
Don't fuck yourself up. Just go have the surgery. I'll save you a few steps in between.
So you grew up in Eddyville, or right outside of it.
Did
So how familiar are you with the Knoxville Nationals?
it's racing. I've never been. I know it gets busier. Fuck. Uh, it, was Tony Stewart? Isn't that where he started?
Yep, he started in the sprints. I ended up having to take a camper to that chaos and drop it off. And literally there was 3 inches on either side of the camper trying to get down to the parking spot, let alone trying to wedge it in between the campers that were already set up there, because the campers had been there like 4 days before I got there into the one open slot. And all the people in the streets, they had the side by sides out, the golf carts, motorized bikes, people just walking randomly through a 4-lane road. And then I went to the Google Maps took me to the wrong location. Thank God there was an exit, or I would have had to try backing out into the 4 lanes of traffic from like 2 blocks in. The delivery part was hell. Getting it into the spot and getting out of there and picking it up were the easiest things I've done so far. But getting it there, they had a bridge out, well, half of the bridge out. And they put those concrete dividers down the bridge to separate a half and then the lights at the end, so you have to go around. It looked like somebody hit half of the concrete barriers because they're all turned out. So imagine trying to pull a camper that's the same width as what you're trying to pull it through. It was hell. That was like the worst towing experience I've had so far. Even when I hit the awning. That was my own fault. This was created by other people. So you weren't much on the old Knoxville Nationals. How about the old Eddyville Speedway?
Honestly, I never went there until after I moved away. It was just, I don't know. It was just something that everybody did. I didn't really know a lot of people that actually did it until I moved away. and I've been down there a handful of times.
See, I never. My uncle used to run the what the hell, the line cars or whatever the hell they were called.
Honey cars?
Yeah, the ones that are really fucking long with two big wheels on the back and two
Yeah.
tricycle tires up front. Yeah.
Yep.
He used to
Those are
run those
cool.
out there all the time. But I don't believe I've ever stepped foot in that track. I spent more time at Barn City watching figure eight races than I ever did at the sprint cars or the I can't even remember what they're called now.
Drag cars?
Yeah, the drag races. There you go. Jesus. Hell of a brain fart today. It's been a rough
Yeah,
one.
do little figure eights and stock car races. Those I love watching those. I'll go to those anytime. Those are guys out there, trying to win $100. They got way more invested. They're ever going to get the fuck out of there. They're just doing it for a good time. NASCAR, I don't really like on a circle. If unless oil gets out there or somebody hits you, I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, it's going around in a circle. At least in a stock car, you at least got to slide the car, and a lot of shit that can happen. I get it. There's more in NASCAR that can happen. I'm not downgrading it because it is, I would say, a sport. Those guys sit in those cars for however many laps. That's just a physical feat all on its own. And all the reaction time and all that shit. I just never got into that.
The drivers lose like 10 pounds every race just in water weight. I mean, it takes a lot of endurance to drive the tracks. It really does. All the heat and the shit that you got to put up with and the assholes that keep hitting you. So I don't.
A lot of these guys, I don't want to say they're in great shape, but I personally haven't seen, but I haven't watched a lot. Don't get me wrong. I haven't seen an overweight NASCAR driver. You go to a stock car race, and there's some dude your size squeezing out the fucking side of the car, peeling himself out when he's done, or in, and you think those NASCAR guys are sweating just after 400 laps. Look at the sweat that comes off this guy after fucking 5. You know what I mean?
These car drivers have, like more rules and regulations. They have to be able to get in and out of the car in a certain time frame, and
Right.
they're doing it for 10 times as long.
I'm just saying they're a little bit more physically better shape.
So you're saying that you're going to buy me a car and you want me to drive next year is what you're telling me.
I don't think we need to buy one. I think we could take you out there and get somebody to let you use theirs. Just do a couple laps.
Surprisingly, it wouldn't be the first time. I had to drive for somebody who partaked in a party once in the pits in between races. He proceeded to drink a little bit too much, and they stuck me in the car to drive for him in the qualifiers. I'm like, out of everybody you're picking, you're putting me. You've got the same body size. Okay, keep your mask on. All right, don't talk to people. Like, what do those little flags mean? Just hit the gas and go like hell. Finish in the top 5. That's all I got told. It was a hell of a way to meet people because I didn't know whose car I was driving. I had no idea. I was there with friends, and they're like, "This guy can drive. Get in the car." I kind of felt like Tom Cruise. They told me to get in the car. I could drive. Turn here, wedge there. I don't know what the fuck that means. So I brought up the racetracks, kind of get into the camper thing. I could have tied it into the campground at Adventureland. The people, I mean, not Adventureland, but the state fair. Like you said in that thing that I read, these people plan their entire year around going to the state fair and camping and going into the fair every single day. My aunt and uncle did it. They parked a camper up there every year in the same spot. I think the hardest thing is those camp spots stay with the people until they basically sell them off. Like every year they get first dibs on their camping spot again, which I thought was interesting.
Right.
Because when my uncle passed away, one of the first phone calls within the week were people trying to buy his camping spot.
Well, shit, it's like a whole fucking town there, man.
I know. I thought that was.
Like, I don't know if it's like a full-on general store, but like some guy like trucks in beer and shit, so they could buy beer right there, so they have to leave. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like having a mini PX on the premises. They sell you anything out there. So the good stuff is not in the actual store in the campground. If you go around back to the bathroom. Oh, wait, they don't do that anymore. But yeah, the camp spots are harder than hell to get there anywhere good up front unless you've been doing it for years or you know
Right.
somebody who has. It's hard to get in there. We checked out, well, I checked out the little lake that's right there in Kellogg that doesn't get much play. Have you ever heard of Mariposa? They just redid all that. They ripped out all the trees in between both of the it had a pond up on the hill that you'd have to walk around the lake and then climb through the brush and get up to. But they ripped out all the like undergrown trees and all the dead stuff and all that out of there. And they put a campground right on top of the hill that overlooks the lake that they redid and put all the new stuff in. It's got electrical and sewage and everything up there now. That stuff was never there before. I can't remember when they redid it, but it's like 5 years ago.
Have you been over to that one that's just on the north side of the Linville exit, right behind the Iowa's Best Beef Burger Cafe? Is
Jacob Crumb?
that what it's called?
Yeah. That one's no motor and no camping, and it closes at like 10 p.m., I believe. So it's just got a big hiking trail that goes around, trail system that you can go hike out there. Little island out in the middle. You can take a boat out there, but you can't use gas motors.
No shit.
Yep, it's not bad bass fishing. I know everybody goes out there and throws a boat in looking for catfish and stuff, but the bass fishing's not too bad if you know what you're doing. You got Rock Creek hanging out over there too, where half of it's, one side's homeowners and the other side's like the camping side.
They don't have permanent spots there, do they?
Where?
They're at
Rock Creek?
yeah.
Rock Creek has housing on one side. Yeah, the other side's got a campground over by the marina, but you actually have cabins and stuff that people, it's kind of like half Ponderosa, half Diamond Lake, where Ponderosa has the houses all around it, and then Diamond Lake has nothing but campground. Well, you kind of merge those two together, and that's what you got there. They got their own little community out there. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Come, nobody ever has drone footage.
As popular as they are anymore, that is kind of surprising.
So yeah, that's kind of a overview of the lake. The marina and campgrounds, like this section in here, I believe. Yeah, it comes up and over, and that's your campsites. More campsites on this side, but this is a town, like a little community on this side.
No shit.
Yep. My cousin lives out there, believe it or not. It's not the high end community most for the most part down there. It hasn't been built up like Ponderosa. The houses are like $500,000 to start with or more. It's more like A-frame houses and stuff like that, I believe. Yeah, these houses are starting at 120,000, 225. You can buy a lot for 44. So they're they're pretty comparable, right on the water. Anyway, according to the Zillow.
Now, do a lot of people actually just live there, or do they just go back and forth like use it as a vacation?
A lot of people live there. A lot of people live there. But like, here's the lake, and you got one right on the lake for 225, and it's only 1,440 square feet. But then this
What?
house,
I'm pretty sure I've been there. I think we got some friends that live there. Now I see where it's at on the map.
yeah, and then Mariposa is right here. What I was talking about is this little section in between the two.
Yep.
Used to be this whole pond was like in the middle of a forest, but now they've cleared out all the brush. They left a tree line, but it's see-through now, so you can actually see the lake from there. And little campground sits up on top of this hill, and it overlooks down at it. So that's two lakes that are pretty close. Hey, look at that. If I click off the house, I can see it in better color. Yeah, look at that. Then this is a fun golf course at Oakland Acres. It's a pretty good time. There used to be a house that sat right here, and that was my grandpa's house forever.
Yeah.
Is that little creek that runs through, he was in this little green zone right there. He was the house that sat right there. So he's like in the middle of their property. And he was not an avid golfer.
No,
No. He'd go hit golf balls every now and then, but he didn't go tear up the course. When's the last time you went golfing?
last year. I golfed a few times last year, and I've been meaning to get out this year, just haven't. I know I got my youngest daughter golfs, and then my son started golfing this year, so I told him I want to go out with him sometime this year. We were going to go on Father's Day, but it was raining.
Well, you are, scheduled to golf this year in the Montezuma tournament that Frosty Dinghy is a sponsor of for the football boosters. So how that's worked in the past is, first time I went down there, I golfed in it. Second time I went down there, rented a camper and parked it at Diamond Lake because it's literally a mile from the entrance to the golf course or the lake. So this year I'll just put my camper into it. So I'm going to see if I can find a date for us because I don't want to miss that. See if Google knows. Well, shit. We missed it. They didn't contact me this year like they normally do. It was apparently Saturday, June 27th, which was funny. I was camping at Diamond Lake on June 27th.
You didn't see all the
We,
ocean?
no, we never left the lake, so that could have been the problem with it.
Well, better mark it to figure out what date earlier next
Yeah, I'll send them a message. I'm surprised since I was a sponsor last year they didn't contact me again to put my flag up there. We had a little Frosty Dinghy flag on hole number 1 on the pin. It's usually a good outing, so
year.
damn it, we missed it. I will plan a different outing then. We are going golfing this year.
Sounds good.
As a Frosty Dinghy, we will go golfing. I'll try getting Wes down here and you, me, and see if Dursky can fit it into his busy hippie golf schedule. And we'll all go out there and suck it up together.
Good. Let's keep the expectations low.
There was a golf course at college that I'm sure you've heard of Boss Landon in that par 3 that's got the huge drop.
Right.
Well, the one in college had a 150-foot drop off the tee box. It was a par 3, and the way the hole was, you teed off towards a fairway, but if you could loft, I shit you not, if you could loft a 9-iron and carried about 140, you'd hit the green if you went up and over the trees. And they literally had a tool laying next to the green to reach down in the hole that it left because the green was in a low area next to the river that was right there. So it would go down your ball hole and grab your ball and pull it out so you didn't have to dig and try to get it out of the green because it'd go in there about 4 or 5 inches. They had little plugs you put in with seed in them and stuff like that. The whole green was nothing but a large divot. It had a little sign next to it that said if there's too many divots in your way, just here's a string, draw it from the pin to a different location to putt from.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a nice course though. I really did like it. It was fun. It was the course that I first got into my first golf fight on because of hitting into people in front of me. That's back when I could hit a golf ball straight. But yeah, I've never seen anybody on a green turn around and go to throw their club at me when I'm still 250 out. Yeah, it didn't go very far. But
I
they
can
were.
hit the ball pretty far, but that's about it. After that, it's kind of a shit show.
Do you have the same problem that I do? I hit it really far, but you got to track the circle that it goes in.
Yeah. No, actually, well, as of last year, anyway, the few times I went, I was pretty good at getting it pretty straight down because, like, my wife's dad, I'd go out with him and he would just hand me gloves, like, here, see how far you can hit it with this.
That I have lost the ability to hit the long ball, sir. I used to have it. I used to crush drives, and all my clubs were like, I'd use a driver, a 3-wood, and a putter. That was about it. Everything else I broke. Anything 100 yards or closer was the 3-wood. Anything farther was the driver, sometimes the putter. But yeah, we'll have to get that scheduled in. So just to come back on a little bit of the fair, do you have anything that stands out from your time at the fair? Like any craziness that you witnessed over your lifetime that you feel like we need to hear about?
Nah, you're just standard, just drunk fucking people and a lot of them all together at once, especially the later in the night. Or if you've never been on an East Side night, which is the first Friday night, probably want to check one of those out. Just kind of just sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, stay out of the scuffles.
Correct.
What was it? 10 people got arrested this year?
Now such. It's always stuff. Like they're ready for you. Why?
Yeah, they put extra cops on that night. Like lots of extra cops. Like every cop in the state. You could steal City Hall anywhere else because they're all at the fairgrounds.
Dude.
So you ready for it? Y'all lamped up for your J-Max Sports Talk? You got, was it Angel Reese's free throw percentage, or, how she missed the game-winning shot?
Yeah, we will get to that. But I just see that Cyborg is fighting again Saturday night.
Cyborg?
Yes. You remember her?
Yeah.
I don't remember her real name, actually. But just Cyborg.
Christina.
Yeah, Christina.
Her name is Christine Justino Bonancio. She used to go by Christina Justino. Christine Justino.
Yeah, Justino, yep.
Yep.
That I remember.
But yeah, the old Cyborg's come back. Who's she fighting?
Cyborg versus Vieira. It's like August 22nd. It's PFL.
Caitlin Vieira.
It's on ESPN.
She is in the main event in Tampa. It's going to be on ESPN. Who do you think's winning that one?
I can't say that I even know who the other girl is, but is Cyborg all juiced up still, or?
No idea. I don't know if they do the testing in the PFL.
Well, that's, I mean, they do it in the UFC, but it still doesn't mean you can't get away with it. There was a couple of those fights. She looked like she was probably on something.
Well, they've changed the rules in the UFC. You test before and after now.
But either way, I probably have to say Cyborg. I don't know. I've always liked watching her. She's a good fighter. Like I said, I don't know anything about that.
I will go ahead and take the other lady in that fight. I'm going to play the age card.
And she is 41, but I mean, look at how long Couture did it. Still winning titles,
Well, she might be another Conor McGregor or, Gina and Rousey fight. You've always said you don't like it when the old timers come back.
Right, but however, also what I did say is for when it's for like pay-per-view and some shit like that. This is just on ESPN. I'm sure it's still a cash grab, but I'm not. I think I do recognize that Vieira. How old is she?
I don't know. She is also Brazilian. That should be interesting. She's got a 10-5 record in the UFC.
34.
I don't know. Now, you should have never made me look, because now I'm leaning toward Cyborg. But I'll take Vieira. We'll take her. So what else you got on your old sports talk for the day?
Well, the WNBA is heating up. We're starting to get towards the end of the season, looking playoff time, and Bud just got hurt. She's out for the season. She's gonna have knee surgery. Miles went down last night with an ankle issue. I haven't been able to find
that ain't good.
Exactly what or how long she's going to be out. As of right now, Indiana's sitting at the top 3.
Miles is probable for Friday's game.
That's it. Hopefully they don't rush her back and have prolonged problem. I heard today that after Toronto's loss last night, I think it's their 11th loss in a row, and they got to play again tonight, I believe. They're out of playoff, and right above them is LA, Phoenix, Chicago, and Portland. I think are right on the edge, but there's like 8 games.
The current probable playoff field is Minnesota Lynx, Golden State Valkyries, Las Vegas Aces have all clinched. The Fever, Dream, Liberty, Wings, and Mystics are the ones still fighting for a spot.
Which is crazy because the Mystics are like one of the top teams in the league.
They have not clinched yet. Yeah. The probable playoff field. 3 teams have already clinched.
Washington's 21-14. They'll get it.
So the Portland Fire and the Phoenix Mercury, there's a significant cushion before you get to them, but those are the ones trying to catch the field and sneak in.
I think overall they should just cut that field with those teams.
How many of them have losing records?
Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 of them.
Seven of the teams have losing records that are in the playoffs hunt.
Yes. Well, no, I think only 3 are actually in the hunt. They have losing records. Everybody that's in the hunt really that are really probable have losing records.
So Liberty, Wings, and Mystics.
Liberty is 22-15. They're winning. That's just because they're conference.
How's the Atlanta Dreams record doing this year? Is it dreamy?
They're right behind Indiana. Indiana's 24-12. But yeah, that game against 72 the other night, and Reese missing a wide open layup to win the game, and Caitlin in the background just grinning ear to ear, like, what the fuck?
And then they lost it. They ended up losing the game in overtime because of it.
But you know what? One thing Angel Reese wasn't right, or wasn't too wrong about was I was watching that game because of her too.
Yeah, but a different reason than what she's saying. What'd she end up like? 3 points or something that game? 3 for 13 or some shit. The next one they came out and touted that, she got 15 rebounds the next game and 21 points or something like that. And Durant jumped in again and said, yeah, I can't believe ESPN is promoting you for getting your own me-bounds at this point. I don't think me-bounds should count in rebound statistics. I just don't.
If they're directly off of your own shot.
Well, that's what a me-bound is, sir. It ain't off somebody else's. So who's playing tonight? Anybody good?
Yeah, the Fever play tonight. They play the Wings, and then the Dream and the Sparks, and the Sunny. Oh, Tempo played the last 2 nights. Yeah, it's 3 games tonight. Probably only good game is going to be the Fever Wings with Bud out. If everybody else steps up, that'll be a good game. But I think the other 2 will just be smoked.
So is it too early in your world for your playoff predictions and who's winning it all?
I think it's wide open. Obviously the heavy favorite, and I think it's going to depend on a lot on Miles' injury, is Minnesota. But I don't know. I think it's going to be tight between probably Minnesota, Golden State, and Vegas for Western, and I think Minnesota will pull that one out. And then the Eastern Conference, I think it's going to come down to Indiana, probably Washington. I put Washington over Atlanta just because I think everybody's figured out how to beat.
Yeah, give Reese the ball. That's how you beat them. Let her have the ball the whole game. Guard everybody but her. You got it.
Well, I think last week when who'd they play with the East, maybe Asia just shut her down. Somebody they played up fucking shut her down the entire fucking game.
She got blocked 5 times in that game?
Yeah, one of them was from like shortest person on the team. Who was? I can't remember. I remember that play because I specifically remember the announcer saying, "I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card."
If I remember right, off of what I've seen anyway from stats, she got herself a new record. No other player has had her shot blocked that many times. Like the 5 time, plus she has the total amount of blocks now of her shot being blocked.
Reese does awesome. Double doubles.
Yeah.
This year, 24.
Angel Reese holds the single season mark for having her shot blocked the most times. 56 in one season. I think that's outstanding. We'll go ahead and put that on the record mantle.
Find out who blocked it the other night. Mabry blocked her twice on the same play, but that was back in June. That's not what I'm talking about. But now, this right here, Kelsey Plum did it. Because you know how every time the bigs get inside and like a smaller person tries to guard them and they end up scoring on them, and they always put their hand down like this and it's too small.
Yeah.
I want to say it might have been Sonia Citron blocked her. But I was like, I wish she would have been like too small afterwards. That Angel or Kelsey Plum did it to her. I'm just now seeing this. I got to see the picture.
Marina Mabry blocked her as well 2 times in one shooting.
That's what I just led off with.
I didn't hear you. Sorry, you broke up on that one. I thought you said Asia Wilson. I thought you said Asia Wilson.
Picture of Plum going up, and she didn't block her. But Reese tried to block her, and she still got the shot, and then Plum comes out and does 2 spots.
Yeah, I saw that one. That's pretty damn funny.
I would have still loved to see somebody do it on a block, though.
Maybe we should send that out in the atmosphere and see what happens. All right, man, you got a wrap up for us? We've hit your heart out, buddy.
We covered everything today.
All right, man. Well, you have a wonderful time playing with your bags this evening, sir.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Stay frosty.
Later.
It's called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the dolphin, and you're the flower.
Well, I guess. I think it should be Dr. Parker, but